Well, it is another day, another dollar back out here at Elevated AF, and we got the hotshot truck ready to go. My driver's waiting, and we are actually shipping out 2 trucks today. First thing this morning before we get to the rest of the day, which is actually going to be really busy. The OBS mud truck here, this thing is pretty dang cool. It's probably been one of my more favorite mud trucks we've ever done, but that might change later this week. Well, I'll get into that in a little bit, but we've also got this bullnose that's going out. One I really hate to see go, but I got a pretty good offer for it, so cash is king in that end. We have got a lot of our inventory leaving at this point, and we are dwindling on that end, so we better be getting some more trucks built here sooner than later. All right, truck number 1 and truck number 2. I might have to find another bullnose to build. I love this thing so much. I don't know if I can not have one in the shop. I'll be on the lookout for a new one. Okay, with the hotshot truck gone, we can actually get to what I have planned for today. We're actually going to be using this brand new 2023 450 we built. We put a flatbed on it. It's got some cool American forces, nice little lift. It's just an all-around sweet work truck. I haven't actually gotten a chance to use it yet, so this is the first time we're actually going to be able to put it to the test today instead of using one of our normal haul rigs. And I definitely did not smack the fence there. That did not happen. The more to the point of what we're going to go look at here. So there's this old dude not too far away from here. Super rich guy. I guess he owns a lot of investment properties and all sorts of stuff like that. But back in the day, he used to actually have a bunch of mud trucks. And he got rid of most of them and let them sit in barns over the years and shops and just kind of got out of it. But apparently he has 2 more left and they're sitting in a back barn and he wants to get rid of them. And I'm always hunting for a good deal, so we'll go down there, check him out, and hopefully we can actually make a deal here. I gotta say though, I am loving this 450. Sweet little tow rig. Is this the driveway or is the next one down? No, it's this one. Oh man, look at this laneway. I've seen this dude's place from the road, but I've never actually been in here, and from what I've heard, it's pretty sick. Holy smokes. There's deer floating. What the heck was that? It just disappeared. Oh man, this is like the dream place. Wow. This man has got a garage bigger than my shop. Then on top of that, he's got a garage for his house. And then his house is crazy too. Man, that is nuts. All right, well, I'm gonna go have a chat with him, see where these trucks are, and hopefully we can go take a look at them. Okay, so I just had a chat with the guy. He's way busier than he thought he would be, so he doesn't have time to actually come out there and show me, but he did tell me where they were at. And he said if I'm interested, I can get them loaded on the trailer and all that good stuff. We agreed on a price that I could have them at. And he said they're just sitting right back here. I don't know how I'm gonna get a trailer in here. I better go scout this area out first before I try to get a trailer back in here. Oh, look at this. So these are the 2 that he has left, huh? So I believe this one is a 1966, don't quote me on that, Chevy K10. And he said this one actually used to be his old show truck. That was a show truck kind of mud truck deal. Back in the day, a lot of show trucks are not like they are now. Now they're all lifted up and nice, and they got bigger wheels than tires. They look completely different. The suspension setups weren't the same. They weren't as flashy. They were still big, just not, not as flashy. So this was the main one that I'm interested in. It's got the Steelies, the big old boggers. It's super tall. It's got a crazy high horsepower motor in it. I'm not even sure what it has for a motor though. It's seen some better days. The paint's all worn out. The suspension could use some work. There's a lot of junk in here that would need to be stripped out and definitely made better, but it is really cool. And then this first gen, it is a crew cab, which crew cab first gen's kind of a complicated deal. Some people said they made them run factory, only a few. Some people say they didn't. I'm honestly not too sure. I've had, I think, 1 or 2 here and there at my time at Elevated AF, but this is kind of the same deal. The Steelies, the big bogger tires, a crazy high suspension. Definitely a cool truck. This one does have a Cummins in it though, and this one has a gasser motor. Now this one's been sitting a lot longer than 20 or so years. I can't even remember the exact time it's probably been sitting for, but this one's been sitting for about 20 years. So 2 definitely cool trucks. I just don't know how the heck I'm gonna get them out of here. I don't even know if I can get a trailer in here, but we're gonna try. I got a winch on the trailer, so maybe we can get them pulled out. It's not the most ideal spot, I guess. I really don't know how I'm gonna get at these. We'll have to see. All right, we'll just back her in here nice and easy. Should have enough space. Okay, that'll work, I guess. Well, how the heck are we gonna get him out of this barn and in here? I wonder if he has a tractor I can borrow or something. I just need something to get him dragged out of here. When I asked the dude for a tractor, this is not exactly what I had in mind. I hope we can get these pulled out of here with this thing. I mean, it's probably got a little horsepower under it, but not a whole lot. This thing is also surprisingly tippy, so I gotta be careful, even with the duals on it. Okay, well, let's see if we can actually get these trucks out of here with this thing. I don't have much hope. Okay, well, this is where we're at here. I actually got it moved. One slight problem, there is like no room between the wheels and the opening in this barn. There is no like room whatsoever. There's nothing. We've got the tiniest little bit. Even then we're scraping. I don't even know how the heck he got it in here, but he did. We're gonna try to pull it up the rest of the way. I got the winch. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get this tractor off here now, because I can't back it off because the truck's right there. Okay, just be very, very careful. And we're stuck on the front end. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna try to winch this one the rest of the way. Well, truck number one's loaded. I don't know if we're gonna fit the other one on here. It is a crew cab, so yeah, I don't have much hope. We can try scooch this one up a little bit more, but we don't have much more room. Well, truck number two's ready to get loaded. I do not have high hopes for this thing fitting on here. Well, we did it. I don't know how we did it, but we did. We fit both of them on there. They're looking a lot better now that they're actually out in the sun. It's pretty dang cool. Well, I'm gonna go whip these up to the front there and hand the guy his money. We actually got them loaded on, so they're ours. Well, I handed the guy his money. He's happy. He actually had a quick conversation and told me that this truck actually ended up at Sema. The year after he built it, he got it to Sema. He couldn't remember what year off top of his head, but Sema did start in 1967. And if you don't know what Sema is, it's the largest automotive show for builders and vendors in, well, I don't know about the world, but at least the US. We have actually bought an authentic retro Sema truck, which is really dang cool. This one did not. This was more of just his mudding truck. It's obviously not as built, not as nice. So yeah, I still think we could do something cool with this one. Now my hope is we can actually make it home. Guess we'll have to see how well this 450 tows now. We got a lot of weighting on the back here, and also a big hill and lots of deer. Get out of here. They're just everywhere. Well, we're on the highway. That's all that matters. Okay, we're back at the shop here, and before I even unload these things off the trailer, they are getting a bath because they are nasty. Just full of mud, dirt, dust. Nothing we want to be bringing into the shop. Well, they're a little shinier now. Still a little worse for wear, but shinier. We're just gonna back this whole deal into the shop here. That way it's a lot easier to unload. All right, truck number one's up. The guys are gonna start tearing this one apart, getting it hopefully working. I forgot to mention, obviously both of these don't run. They've been sitting for 20 some years, so yeah. Normally we'd try to, you know, get them started out in the field and stuff, but those were sitting in an open barn, and mice, tried out hoses, all sorts of other junk. You don't even want to try start them out there, so better just to bring them into the shop and get them working from there. Now, I don't think we're actually going to try to change a whole lot about how the trucks are. Obviously, they need a repaint, some touch-up work, lots of mechanical work, just make them look a little bit better. The Dodge might get a little more change-up than this one, but the Dodge, other than lift and wheels, is looking kind of basic, so we'll see what we can do with that. Well, we just had a dude call, and this truck and trailer is leaving. They bought the whole setup. They wanted it as their new tow rig, apparently, and this is one heck of a tow rig, so this should be getting picked up later today. That brings us down to only 4 trucks in the showroom now, and 2 of those are mini trucks. They don't even count. They count as maybe 1 truck both together. We got 3 trucks in the showroom now. That's not good. We got to get some more inventory in here. Well, boys, this is the next day here, and I decided to take a little road trip and pick up some new inventory here. Sometimes you see a couple deals on Facebook Marketplace that are just too good to pass up, so you got to jump on them. So this is what I managed to score, an almost brand new Yamaha Grizzly, sweet little quad. Got it for a steal of a deal, a 2018 Duramax, sweet little truck, and then a 2022 Ram 3500 Limited Cummins. And this truck is absolutely baller. I can't wait to build this one. Now, these aren't going to be like massive builds. They won't be crazy tall SEMA builds. They're just something that's nice and easy to sell and makes the shop a good profit. Of course, they are going to get built, so they're going to be going into the shop. The Ram, we're going to have to wait a little while because I got to wait on parts for that. But the GMC, I think I have everything for, so we can take that right into the shop and the guys can start tearing that apart. The Ram's just going to have to sit back here for now until we're ready for it. But I was thinking when I picked up this Grizzly, we could pair it nicely with this GMC and it could be like a package deal of some sort. That's kind of my thought. Well, since all the other lifts are full, I guess we got to use this one. Well, boys, it has been a couple days here. We've been super busy at the shop trying to get these builds done, but we have gotten this GMC completely finished and it looks pretty dang good. Now, there was supposed to be an ATV in the bed and we built an ATV and everything. It looks really cool. It'd go perfect with the truck, but before we even had this built, we had a buyer already lined up and he didn't want the quad, so I'm just going to keep the quad for now and maybe I'll sell it later. But we did add some sweet new wheels and tires, a little bit of a lift, some track bars, some lights all around it, a little bit of paint match here and there. It looks like a really good truck now. Full straight pipe, just a clean looking truck, and it's already sold, so bad to see, but that's money in the bank. Now, the old show trucks, these took a little more work. The crew cab first gen here, we added some different wheels and tires because those old wheels and tires were just cracked. They were nasty. They weren't going to work. So we did this instead. Doesn't look as retro, but still looks pretty cool. We took the topper off, added on a bed cover, cleaned up the paint, gave it a fresh new paint job. We kept it the same color though, because we wanted to keep that look going. Added some steps on, cleaned up the suspension, went through the motor completely. It's all good now. This one took a considerable more amount of work. We managed to find brand new boggers for it, so they look really, really nice. Because after some wheels and tires have been sitting for 20 years, probably gonna need some more tires at least. Gave it a fresh new paint job as well, so it's looking all nice and sparkly. Gave it some LED headlights, got some fresh new suspension parts in there, brand new drop box because the old one was completely shredded. Put a nice little hitch on there in case you ever want to tow anybody out. I don't imagine this thing's gonna be doing much mudding. Put some fresh new wood in the bed, so it's looking really good, but the big changes came in the motor and the interior. The motor, we swapped a completely built brand new one. I can't even remember what we put in there exactly, but it sounds really good. It's loud, it's fast. Actually, I don't know if it's fast. I haven't taken it for a drive yet. Now, the interior, we did some upgrades. Now, the interior was kind of old and junky. We ended up going with these brand new leather seats, leather center console. It looks a whole lot better now. Oh, we should probably fire this bad boy up. Dang, she sounds good. Now, the only thing I wish we would have done is change the drive shaft angles a little bit because they are rough. No wonder that old drop box was shredded, but I think we'll be okay. But I mean, for an abandoned show truck sitting for 20 years, this don't look too bad now. Oh, dang, I didn't realize it's just about as tall as the Ford. So nowadays show trucks, probably even older than 20 years show trucks. Big difference. It looks pretty freaking cool. I'm not really sure what to do with this. Keep it, sell it. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. But hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe and goodbye.